Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Awesome. All right. So SPY, NASDAQ, Dow, everything is green today. So SPY, NASDAQ, and everything is green today. Everyone is gapping up, moving sharply up. Um so SPY is almost up 0.44%. NASDAQ up is 0.26%. Gold is up 1%, gas is up, crude oil, so everything is up today. Everything is green. So that's so nice that everything is green. Now, looking at the gapping up stocks today, that those are the stocks which are moving up with uh, some bigger percentage gap. So one is the Bitcoin stocks, which is the Mara. And if we look at the Mara, uh, there was last 5 days, the last whole week, it was consolidating between the range of 33 to 37. And right now, it's wanting to break and it's trading at 38.58. The 40 is the next level, which is the psychological going to be a barrier, and also the whole number barrier, it's a 10 number. So 40 is going to be a crucial number. Right now in the pre-market, it went up all the way 39.41. Let's just mark this, and then right now it is under the consolidation. So if I go back to my main charts here, if I see here, uh, let me just put the Mara here. So if you look at the Mara right now on the 5 minutes, if we see, um, it was gapping up, but if you look at it, it is underneath of the VWAP, all the moving averages, and trying to close the gap. And I think Mara closed the gap once, and now it's trying to move back. So we need to see whether what does the Mara does? Does it lose the gap or is continue the upward momentum? So right now, based on looking at it at 8:44, Mara seems to losing its momentum of moving up, having a support at the pre-market gap, which is 38.36, but we need to see whether it holds that or is just continue coming down. So this is going to be very important one. So if it's lose this momentum, we most likely going to find a short opportunity here. And if it's keep the momentum up, we're going to go long for it. So we will see that how does it gonna work. Uh, All right, I think the sound is okay. Let me just see the confirmation on the text, and then we move to the next point. Is sound okay? And if we look at the uh, riot looks similar, gapping up, but underneath of the VWAP, underneath of all the moving averages, covered the gap. Now it's trying to make the base here. What we need to see that whether it continue uh, this as a support of a pre-market, uh, or is just continue coming down. So we will see this is going to be a range. If it's coming down between this range, then we will be having a play between 43 to 42. And if it's move up, then we can have a upside momentum play. So we need to see that whether how does it go once the market opens. Next is OCGN. OCGN, if you look at it, um, if you look at the 5 minute, let's look at the daily chart first. If you look at the daily chart, you will see on the February it went all the way to the $18, and then since then, let me just delete all the lines and then we will redraw it. And after that, it is just came down, touched the $10 again, $8, then moved back up, right? And then it has a clear, nice support on the $10 and now moving up to 14. So what we need to see that whether it's going to break this 14, 15 resistance, which is already broken the pre-market. Now what we need to see that whether it continue this resistance or it's fade out. So if it's gonna break this resistance, then we have a momentum up to $18 to play today. But there's a one 1580 is another smaller resistance. So right now it went up to 1460, now pulled back over the VWAP to still bullish pattern. So we need to see that how uh, does it gonna go. So I'm just gonna remove this line, and now we can look at it this as a 15 minutes, and if we look at the 5 minutes, so you will see that it had a clear support here over the VWAP. It losing the support, it came from 1460 to 14, still not a big deal because it's moved from 1280 to 1460, so it can be a pullback over the VWAP, over the 50 moving averages. So that's a bullish sign, but need to see that next few minutes, 15 minutes before the market opens, what it does. So next one we have CLOV. CLOV on the daily is it though it says it's gapping up, but I don't think so it's gapping up. Let me see quickly what it's doing here. Okay, it gapped up, but now it's losing is all of the profit what he gained. So it started from the 1020, went down to the 916, right now underneath the VWAP. So it's not really a nice setup. But if it's break the $10, maybe we can go for a short, or it regain the momentum over the pre-market high, which is 1023. We may consider going along here. The next resistance is in 1049. So not really looking good at this point. So we can export the secondary. Let's see what it does when the market open. But by looking at the chart, it's not really uh, solid pattern. Let's look at the VXRT. That also lost all the gain. So it went all the way to 1290, and then just coming down, and look at this. It came down all the way to the under $9. So all the momentum it has achieved after yesterday 4 o'clock. It lost everything. So right now it's look bearish. It has the beautiful support even on the Thursday it has a support, and the Friday also has a support. So let's draw those supports, which is on the 930 level. Exactly at that level it bounced. So that is this support is in play, and this resistance of $11 is now in the on play, and now we need to see that whether between the $11 to the $9 what it does. Does it get a V-shaped recovery all the way on top and then move back up, or it's just touch and come back down? So right now this is going to be a range. Not typical gap and go. That's so much discretion. You need to see whether what it does based on the support and resistance. What else we have? Let me check what else we have. Um, Let me see the gap downs if we have anything. So there's nothing on a gap down. We have Mavis, but this is it's coming every day. So look at the stocks which are doing good, slowly churning up, which is going to be. Let me just. I'm trying to see if we can find anything. Python must be on in play today, even though it's a no volume, but it's on the under the $100 range. Earning has in I think today is the earning day, I guess, if I not mistaken. Let me check. Earning day is May 6th, so there's this week there's some earning. So this stock may be in the play for the earning play, and we might get some momentum on the upside or maybe on the downside. So we can keep an eye, and if we get the momentum, we can definitely play. So long-term support it has under 97. Let's see. Uh, so last time it went to 94 and pulled back up, and next before that it went up to the 97 and pulled back, and right now 2 days ago it went to 96 and pulled back. So n- uh, under 95 to 94, there's a big support here. All the time it bounced back, and if we look at the closer right now, look the chart look like this. They're making a bear flag, but because of the earning, if you look at it from the last month and last few months, it's just coming down. So it is a high probability that it can give some bounce back. So we'll keep an eye on this. All right. So that's the Python, and other stock I'm looking at it is the GSX. So look at the GXX. If you look at the daily, it moved up. Now it's consolidating. It seems like I'm making a bear flag right now, but if it move back up to 33, we can go for a long. Okay, over 33. We need to, but we need to keep an eye on this stock. That what it does right now is slightly positive. We need to see that whether it turned green or is just lose the momentum and coming down. So if we look at the 5 minutes, you see that it is over the previous day close. Right now, uh, under the VWAP because low volume, but it can bounce back. It has a good support yesterday, build two time tested on 31.55. So I will keep this as also on my radar. Anything else, Louis, you have? What else I have? I think that's all I have right now. I think we don't have much stocks to move. So we'll keep we'll keep an eye on this on these stocks and see that whether it's gonna continue or not. If we do not have more stocks to look at it, then we'll close the session today. And extended stocks. So do you want me to see? You want me to look at it for you? You okay? Let's see that the BLBY. So right now, I wouldn't say this is extended because if you look at it, it's making a bull flag right now. It's pulled back now, moving back up. So it's not really not really a extended stock anymore. It's not standard extended stocks. Uh, so it's not standard extended stocks anymore. So if you look at it, let's look at the BNTX. So BNTX right now touching the 200 level. We see that whether it's gonna keep the 200 level or it just move down. Sometime when the stocks move down at the 200 level, it comes down very quickly. So this is going to be an important one. Let's see a smaller time frame to see whether do we have. So it went up to 202 and then came down. So we can keep an eye. Most people wanted to join them long when the stock moved to this significant level, but this is the first time at crossing it, so it's highly likely that there people might take a lot of profit. So we'll see that. Let's look at the HD. HD. See, HD is a SPY stock. Since SPY is moving up from last few days, that's why this stock is just keep moving up because it has a I think has significant holding on it, the percentage. Uh, but if you look at it, there was a pullback, but now it's redeemed that pullback. Now it's trying to make another bull flag. So we'll see. I'm not sure. If you look at the size of the candle, it's not that big candle we would say extend it, but definitely moving up every day. But every candle touch the previous day and then move up. There is no uh, you know discontinuation between one candle to other candle. So it still looks good from the upside perspective, but how much is gonna go? No. So if you ask me, you wanna go long? I would say no. You ask me, would you gonna go short? I would say no, unless there is a clear support under the 320, which it breaks, and it doesn't like that it's gonna break this. The way it is holding this too much. So yeah, so that's all I have. So yeah, so we will see tomorrow, and have a great green day. And hi, Nick. Yes, Nick. We have just discussed uh, OCGN, VXRT, but right now the way the CLOV moved and the VXRT, I would put it into my secondary list. OCGN is in my list. We haven't looked at the AIH because it was short float, um, small cap stock, moving very volatility. It's very volatile. Uh, so I have not put into my short list, but if you want, I can look at for you. If you look at the daily, uh, last time it touched around the $9, $10 is in the May 2020. Now after that, it's moved back up. It's very close to all the resistance, and awesome. Okay, yeah. So take it slow. It was the first day. You should have your defined strategy and the rules you trade. And if you wanted to mimic someone, go with the small size unless you're comfortable with that individual style. Uh, always look for the stop loss first before you make any entry, and size appropriately. So right now we see there's a clear resistance at the 955. It can be a good long if it's break this 955 level, and then the next resistance is 10. So this 9, 15, and 10 is a congested area, but if it does break this, it can easily be a move back up. So if you want, if you can consider this as well. Right now on the 5-minute charts, it's really making a nice bull flag. but with the topping tail, so it's mean that it's tried couple of times but rejected. So you need to keep you know, smaller size if you want to build the, build your smaller size as you move along, and as it breaks you can add it, and once finally break out on this channel, then you can then start taking the profit. All right, guys, I see many users are online while watching our show. I will really appreciate if you guys give a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, please introduce yourself. And if you have any questions, I can stay a couple of more minutes before I leave. If you do not have any questions, then we take a leave and have a nice green day and the rest of the week. And we'll see you tomorrow again, 8:40, and we can discuss all the morning stocks, gappers, and we'll try to identify the trends and the channels. And based on that, we will try to make our strategy. And then once market opens, if that goes again with our plan, we execute our trades. Right. Feel free to give your comments and feedback if you want to see certain other stocks or if you wanted to see any improvement. I really appreciate that. Right. Thank you, guys.